Now we have to look at a little bit more lighthearted Herschel Walker content. So let's change our headspace to do that. This is just another example of how cartoonish and odd this man is. He continues his war on pronouns. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're about to show me a clip of Herschel Walker that's going to be him saying, I don't think people should put pronouns in their bio, or I don't think people should have to introduce themselves on business calls by saying he, him. No. Way before that, he keeps asking time and time again, what is a pronoun? As in, the same as saying, what is an adjective or what is a noun? It's very strange. Take a look at this, and then we'll try to help Herschel Walker understand what a pronoun is.
Early on, that they said there was peace through strength, and our strength is our great military. But now they're bringing pronouns into our military. They're bringing wokeness into our military. I don't even know what the heck is a pronoun. I can tell you that, and I'm sick and tired of this pronoun stuff. What I want our military men and women to do is to be at war fighting. I told you.
So he doesn't know what the heck a pronoun is. Well, we're here to help. Let's just quickly do this for you.
What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun or noun phrase. Pronouns refer to either a noun that has already been mentioned or to a noun that does not need to be named specifically.
Okay, so examples of such pronouns would be he, him, she, her, they, them. So we got that cleared up for him.
How is he running for Senate?
I don't know. The world is crazy. That's why. It's funny because what I've said about him in the past is he's an example of somebody who hears all the right-wing talking points but isn't quite as good at using them himself. So what I've said before is, wait, Herschel, let me help you be hateful towards trans people. Obviously, that's not what I want, but like, you don't even know the hateful attack you're trying to create, right? So you're trying to be like, oh, by respecting people's pronouns, we're making our military weak. But instead, he just stops at, I don't know what the heck a pronoun is, which is something we learned a very long time ago in elementary school. So that's where things stand with the pronoun debacle with Herschel Walker. Now, another clip I want to show you is him, I guess, sort of responding to the recent reporting revealing that he has benefited from a homestead exemption in the state of Texas in a Dallas suburb resident, meaning that exemption, that tax exemption, is what you get if that's your primary residence, if that's where you primarily live. And so he filed for that in Texas, but then registered to vote in Georgia, which is also supposed to be the place that you live. So he's claiming to live in Georgia, but getting tax benefits for living in Texas, and it's just a mess. And so this is him saying, I've always lived in Georgia, even though, of course, he did play for the Dallas Cowboys, right?
How does that work?
It is time we get this right. And the way we get it right, by putting me in the Senate. Because I'm not going to dance and sing for nobody. I never have and never will. Because I represent the great people of Georgia. I've lived here my whole life. I owe so much to the great people of Georgia, to the state of Georgia. Do y'all think I'm going to let you down? It is time.
So, quote, I represent the great people of Georgia. I've lived here my whole life, except for when I was getting tax benefits for living in Texas as my primary residence. Very, very strange. And then last Herschel clip, and then we have a Ted Cruz clip, unfortunately for your ears and eyes. Here's him saying that he loves the Green New Deal, but we don't have enough charging stations.
The Green New Deal, whoa, that's interesting right there too. The Green New Deal. Let me tell y'all this. I love the Green New Deal if we were ready for it, but we ain't ready for no Green New Deal. Because right now, have y'all been trying to drive down the street? Have y'all seen any charging station along the road? You never seen no charging station. Right now, we're not ready for it, so we don't need to be going in that direction. And when we get ready for it, I raise my hand and say we got to do it. Talking about the Green New Deal.
To be clear, feel free to criticize the Green New Deal or any piece of legislation. But to say the reason why the Green New Deal is something we're not ready for is because we don't have enough charging stations, when the point of investment in green energy is to implement more charging stations is very strange. I can't get a haircut today because my hair is long. What? It doesn't make sense. Now here's Ted Cruz rallying for Herschel Walker, encouraging people to vote 10 times, and then realizing what he said and changing the statement.
At the men and women that are going to decide the future of liberty in America. On December 6th, I want to ask every one of you to come out and vote for Herschel Walker 10 times.
Now I want to pause it there before he goes, what I mean is, blah, 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 blah. Why did the audience cheer?
Yeah.
Because he clarifies later, and what he's saying is fine, right? What he's trying to say is get other people to vote, and you're responsible for 10 people going out to vote, which the statement, go vote for Herschel Walker 10 times, that's not what you assume. But okay, let's say his brain got kerfluffled for a second, and he said that. But the audience goes, woo! When the whole right-wing movement has been screaming that we're the ones on the left who want a bunch of voter fraud, and there was dead people, and, you know, people were going from Dropbox to Dropbox voting 100 times. And now the response to Ted Cruz saying vote 10 times is, yeah! It's so weird.
All right, now look, we're not Democrats. I am not urging voter fraud, although I saw 2 reporters pull out their notepads saying, oh, look, urging multiple felonies from the stage. Let me tell you how you do that. You make sure you come out and vote on December 6th. And then, tonight, when you leave, pull out your phone. Pull up your contacts. Scroll through and find 9 other people.
Okay, so I never would have assumed that's what you meant, but fair enough. Texting people and encouraging them to vote is perfectly fine. But again, the audience's response was the weirdest part to me, how they were cheering. I feel as if you really cared about election interference, hearing a politician say, go vote 10 times would make you pause and be a little confused for a second until he clarifies. But no. Guys, if you live in Georgia, of course, go out to vote. What the heck are you doing if you're not? If not, we will be covering the election tomorrow, Tuesday night. And as exciting as this is, fellow political progressive commentator Ruminate will be joining me to have lots of interesting and fun discussions while we await the big election results. And I will say, I'm going to be a little bit of an emotional wreck tomorrow night, because if Herschel Walker becomes a senator
Don't even joke
in the United
about that.
States of America, all faith is lost, ladies and gentlemen. I know what you're saying, but Donald Trump was the president. Don't you already have no faith? But I like to lie to myself and say that there's still more milestones that indicate America's falling apart, so that we're not all the way falling apart. And this is one of them. So hopefully we can survive through this. And again, tomorrow night, Tuesday, I will be covering that. It'll be lots of fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get access to an extra full show every Saturday that only members can see, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there is a link in the description.